Devlog for my new game Tank, and we'll be going over my second month of progress. So this one I finished up the arena area. We have new weapons, and there's a lot of new images along here. You've got these little bushes that indicate where the enemies spawn, as they spawn right there. There's these little grassy trains, blue ones being around the hub area, and these blue flowers being around the healing pads. There's also this like background image thing, which is these it's the same image as the grass, just really faded. And there's also these spinners that I can show you. Additionally, you have the little black bar which shows you how far you are along in the weapon slot. So move close to that. That shows not only damages the player, but it also damages enemies. So if you're really smart about it, you can attack enemies, multiple enemies, especially helpful against enemy soldiers, because it can kill them pretty quickly. There's a new image for these stuff. That's new. Then there's when you move, there's the little animation there. We also there's artillery. We also should have laser dude, which shoots these, and this shock effect makes it so enemy soldiers are slowed down, and there's a little shock ring around them when they're being shocked that amplifies higher the more shocked they are. And you can also be shocked by their own enemies. That's here. There's here's an elite shock enemy. This one spawns this shock zone, which can affect areas over larger areas. There's a bunch of new tanks. There's a new elite class tanks, and here in the arena control, each of them have different powers, and this determines what is spawned in. And elite tanks are now power 5 ones, while power 6 ones are now Terminator tanks. This was just a redoing of the previous script, just adding more numbers to it. And then there's some other new ones. There's the Stone Mage, Speed Bomber. That's just a fast version of the bomber. It does less damage but moves faster. Stone Mage launches stuff at enemies but has this wall that blocks them, so you can make it so they maneuver around them, so you can hit them from behind, or you can hit them with the artillery is the intended way. There's also a new power 1 enemy, the spinner here. This dude operates like the spinners in the game and just spin around. And here is the Fire Mage. This one is like the Rifleman and Rocketman, just more powerful. That's the only power 3 soldier. And 2 tanks, we have the one I already showed you, Elite Shot Tank, Elite Rocket Tank, which fires the artilleries, but the artillery weapons follow you. We also have the Elite Ram Tank, which once it hits you, there's an explosion effect. Elite Cannon, when these things hit you, there's an explosion effect also. Some non-power 5 ones, I believe the power 4 is the Force Wave. This shoots out a wave that gets bigger as the wave progresses through, so it's harder to dodge when you're far away from it. And here's the spawner tank. This one just spawns, I believe it spawns, riflemen or chasers, and this uses the mine spawner script which is what handles the tanks that spawn mines. And then we also have the super shot tank. This one fires similar to the rocket tank, but it fires a bullet that passes through terrain, so it can go through it, and has a really nice area effect. Additionally, something about the rocket, it launches 4 of them at a time, so they have a massive area to dodge from. And we have a new shock mine too. There's an animation for the rocket. What else do we have? Here's a little speed bomber. He's got a little smaller bomb. A little tiny bomb. Just a tiny bomb. One thing that you won't see right now is the healer. Healer now is this particle effect, which shows you what's being healed currently. But that one you still don't find in the arena mode because it just doesn't work well in the arena mode because it just doesn't have any attacks, and there's no like troops around it, so it kind of just sits there unless you're already so far behind that they have troops that can be affected by it. But that is all the major updates to the arena area. But now let's head over. So I have the other areas that I'm working on. This is going to be like the story mode area. Have this just load for a second. Here is right now this won't be accessible because there's going to be the 1.0 updates finally fully released tomorrow. This won't be available for users, but this area is done mostly, so you can select all the levels. I'm not going to click on them right now because I don't want to spoil it any. But there's also these things are a little earlier, but you'll be able to upgrade weapons and all that stuff. And the equipment is also being here. This is where you can select it, and there's the different tanks, all that stuff. But there's still some bugs in these areas I need to fix. And you won't be able to play it yet, but that is where we're moving to next. So thank you for listening to this devlog. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe, as there'll be more devlogs for this game coming up soon.